Okay, so have you ever met someone and immediately thought, nope, absolutely not? Like, you just know you're gonna clash? But then, plot twist, something happens and suddenly, maybe that person isn't so bad. Maybe, dare I say, they're kinda cute? If you're nodding along, then buckle up, Buttercup, because today we're diving headfirst into the chaotic, delicious world of enemies to lovers movies. It's the ultimate guilty pleasure, and I'm about to dish out my top 5 favorites. So grab your favorite snacks, maybe a stress ball, because these flicks can get intense. And let's go. First up, we're going full rom-com with anyone but you. Now, this one was all over my FYP, and honestly, I get it. It's got that classic we hate each other, oh wait, maybe not thing going on. So, B and Ben. Bad first date. They can't stand each other. Then they're thrown together at a destination wedding. Fake relationship? Check. Forced proximity? Double check. They basically spend the whole movie bickering, only to find out they have major chemistry. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell? So good. This movie is pure popcorn fun. It's silly and predictable, but who cares? It's entertaining as hell. Some might say the plot is a little basic, and yes, sometimes the jokes don't land, but it's a fun ride all the way through, and that's what counts. Next, we're heading into the corporate world with The Hating Game. This one's a bit more of a slow burn, and is all about Lucy and Joshua. They work at the same company and are always competing. It's like a battlefield of passive-aggressive notes and office glares. These two are total opposites, but the tension between them is off the charts. Like, even through the hate, you can just see a connection brewing. This movie is great because it makes something as boring as an office feel so exciting and intense, you know? Now, some might find the whole office competition storyline a little overdone, but trust me, the banter, the looks, the whole slow burn, it's worth it. Alright, let's kick things up a notch with The Proposal. Now, this one's a classic. We've got Sandra Bullock, a super successful and ruthless editor, who's about to get deported, so she blackmails her assistant, played by Ryan Reynolds, into marrying her. And honestly, who wouldn't want to be married to Ryan Reynolds, even if it is a fake one? The whole thing starts with them absolutely hating each other, and it's hilarious to watch them go from total annoyance to slowly, actually caring about each other. It's the perfect mix of comedy and sweet moments. Some might argue that it's kind of over the top, and yes, it is, but that's part of its charm. It's just one of those movies you watch over and over again. Now let's add some royalty, shall we? We've got red, white, and royal blue. This movie follows Alex, the first son, and Prince Henry of Britain. These two are completely opposite and start off hating each other, but their dislike makes headlines, and they're forced to fake a friendship for the cameras. And boom, they start to actually like each other, and the rest is a sweet, sweet story. I love this one because it's all about love defying social status and breaking down barriers. And the backdrop of American politics and British royal life just makes it even more fun to watch. Okay, so yeah, some might find the romance to be a bit too perfect, a bit too fairy tale-ish. But come on, we all need a little bit of fantasy, right? It's a super feel-good movie. And finally, you knew this was coming. The OG, the queen of enemies to lovers, Pride and Prejudice. I mean, you can't talk about this trope without mentioning Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Can you? These two are the definition of hate at first sight. They just judge each other so harshly. She's independent and sharp-witted. He's proud and aloof. Their interactions are full of witty insults and subtle tension. It's a total slow burn, but the payoff is incredible. Okay, so yes, the language can be a bit old, and it can feel a bit slow, but it's a classic for a reason. The way they slowly fall for each other is perfect. And that's it. My top 5 enemies to lovers movies. These flicks just nail that feeling, that spark that comes from people who absolutely cannot stand each other only to realize that maybe, just maybe, they were meant to be. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,